Hey there, good morning, good evening, good whatever time you're watching this at. Welcome to yet another Pipedream speedrun. So this week at Pipedream, we just announced that we've increased our temp directory size, the blank disk, if you will, the scratch disk that's available to all your workflows, from 512 megabytes to a full 2 gigabytes. Now, I might be dating myself a little bit to you younger folks, but I distinctly remember walking through Best Buy and seeing one of the biggest USB drives they had available was 1 gigabyte, and it was $100. Now we're giving away 2 gigabytes on every single one of your workflows for free, which is incredible. So this opens up all kinds of possibilities for you to download large files. You can download video files, for example, big spreadsheets, images, gifs, and even download larger packages that weren't possible before when there was a limit of 512 megabytes. So this episode, we're going to create a Reddit bot that will listen to the latest posts being published on r/gifs, which is a very popular subreddit, and it will download that GIF to our temp directory. All right, let's get started. So I have a brand new workflow here, and I'm going to go ahead and set the trigger to a new post on a subreddit. So I'm going to search for the Reddit app, select that, and then look for the new post on a subreddit, trigger. We select our Reddit account, and then we can choose a subreddit to listen to. So I'm going to search for gifs. There's probably so many GIF subreddits out there. And at the very, very top will be the most popular one, which is the generic r/gifs subreddit. So I'm going to name this new gifs on r/gifs and create the source. Awesome. So we have set up our source, and we can see there's a bunch of events here. I'm going to select the latest GIF posted called Sunset Gold. So there are 109 data points associated with this subreddit post alone, which is a lot. The one in particular that I care about is called the preview, because the preview contains images and video. And just to show you the power of how much data we could store, let's go right to the video. And I'm going to copy the value of this link here, and open it in a new tab. And we can see there's this really cool animated GIF, some kind of boat in the sunset, kind of cool looking. And it's a video link. So this will be much more data than a GIF, but we got lots of temp space to play with, so we're going to download the video. All right, so heading on back to our workflow, I'm going to create a brand new step, and it's going to be a node step. I'm going to go ahead and delete this scaffolding, and I'm going to paste in the value that we copied before. So this particular path leads to the URL where that MP4 file is stored on Reddit. I'll go to our documentation now and open up an example of how to download a file to the temp directory using Node.js. And don't worry, a link to this particular section of the docs is in the description below. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to paste it into our Node.js code step. You can see this example. We'll go to example.com and then download the response as an HTML file. I don't want to do that. Instead, I want to replace it with the path to the Reddit post. And then we can change this file.html to, let's just say, reddit.mp4. We'll click test. And this should retrieve that MP4 file and then store it in our own /temp directory on the workflow as reddit.mp4. So from here, we can do all sorts of things. We can upload it to Google Drive. We can upload it to Google Photos. We can manipulate it with some other Node library. Next, I want to show you how not only you can use Node.js to interact with the temp directory, but you can use any of the languages we support. This is pretty wild. So let's add a brand new step, and I'm going to search for the bash language. I'm going to run a bash step and remove this scaffolding. So instead of, making a node step and listing out the contents using the file system module and all that cruft, I can just simply type list or ls temp, and this will list the contents of my temp directory. And if you look here, there's a reddit.mp4 that we just downloaded. So this is pretty wild. I've never seen any other system be able to do this, where you can use multiple languages in a serverless backend and interact with the same file system. So if you decide to use bash in one step and then store the contents in a temp, you can also pull out Python the next step and then also do some manipulations. I hope you enjoyed this really short example of how to use a new improved temp directory, as well as using different languages in the same workflow. Hope you have a great day.